Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to the class. How are you all doing? Well, you know that today we are not going to study anything, right? Today we are going to learn how to study maths actually. So we are not learning math here, but we are learning how to learn maths, how to study maths, what is the right strategy, and how we can score 100% marks in maths. So 5 scientific methods I'll be sharing with you today. And if you have any questions, any doubts, anything in your mind, right, you can always ask, yeah? Yes, science and maths. Right. Scientific ways to score 100% in maths. There must be some scientific reason behind all this, right? Behind all this learning. Yes, perfectly visible, audible, great. Hi, Geeta. Yes. Saugata, no, we just started. I think you are new here. Hi, Prisha. No, Prisha, we just started. Hi, Manya, Kansha, Geeta, good evening. Har Simran, I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? Hi, Dilip Kumar. Yes, everyone. Hi, Tanishka, Babita, Nayana. Yes, Neha, I do remember. Aman Education, Ananya, Seema. No, we just started. Yes. Information convert into knowledge. Yes, absolutely, Geeta. It's for everyone. Wow, happy birthday. I wish you have a great year ahead. Yes, Akansha, James, Bhavya, everyone, Shreyansh, all right. You have completed rational numbers notes. Wow, that's great, Shrihita. Neha, we have one more Neha here and she is new. So people who are new here, new students, quickly subscribe the channel first and hit the bell icon. Yes, so that you keep getting notifications from us, from updates from us, and you do not miss any session. Yes, Mane, I'm doing good. Yeah. All right, all right. Yes. So, only 100 are left for 50K, right? And who would do that? Who is going to help us in that? You only, right? So quickly share the link of the video with your friends also in your school groups as well. Let them also join in. Yes, new people. Yes, Barak. People who are new here, quickly subscribe the channel. See, we have reached here just because of your love and support. Otherwise, obviously, it is not possible. And we need your support now as well. Shared. Great. Yes, everyone, quickly share the video link with your friends. See, everyone can join it. It's going to be helpful for everyone. Doesn't matter whichever grade you are in. Thank you, Seema. Yes, hi Teju. Everyone, are we ready? Yes. So today, we're not learning math, but we are learning how to study maths, right? But before I start, there is an important update. It's regarding ANTHE, that's Akash National Talent Hunt Exam. So this is for grades 7th to 12th. So definitely some of you will be able to give this exam. Now let me tell you one thing, how this exam is going to help you. If you are planning to go for the NEET or JEE exam, you're at the right place here. Because if you go for this exam, you will be able to know your potential at all over India level, and you can get up to 100% scholarship, cash rewards, and 4 ANTHE mock tests you can give. Yes. Yes, Dhruv. And that's great. We were able to reach here just because of all of you. So quickly, if you want this number to go to 100K and here at this channel to go to 15K very soon, quickly everyone subscribe the channel, new people. Yes, Kalpana Kumari. Yes, Manya, I do remember. Aneri. You didn't receive the PDFs, is it so? Are you not receiving the PDFs for these sessions that we discussed yesterday? Yes, I hope you must have, because over the Telegram channel, the PDFs are shared, right? Yes, everyone. You are receiving, right? Ananya, no. Kalpana says yes. Yes. Very soon we have to hit 25K, right? It's only possible with your help and your love and your support. Yes, share the video link with all your friends now. Ask them also to join the session. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Shrihita. Arya, all right. Yes, everyone. You are getting PDFs, right? But for lines and angles, you are saying it wasn't there. Okay, I'll check that out. Don't worry about it. After the session, we will check this out. And with this, you can also win an all-expense paid trip to NASA. See, let me tell you, this exam is conducted just once a year. That's in November. And that in both the modes, offline as well as online. So online exam is from 5 to 13th November and offline is from 6 to 13th November. And registration link is there in the description. Quickly go and register for it. It's absolutely free. It's not chargeable. We are not charging anything for it. PDF is not opening. Okay, try downloading it again. Yes. Might be that chapter you may have done before. Yes, that might be a possibility. Yes, that could be possible. All right, all right. So, you know that we have started with a new series, that is Mission Midterms. Just because we know that your midterms are close and we wanted you to score 100%. So, we started the series, and so we need to have a plan for something, right? So, 45 days plan, 45 days strategy, what it is. Some days have already been passed. So, now what are we doing in this total 45 days? Chapter revision, notes, you know that it is shared in PDF format, exam focused important questions, doubt solving sessions, strategy sessions we will be doing, one-shot marathons and complete chapter quizzes. But to get all this, we need to subscribe the channel, right? Ram Bichar Yadav, yes. Yes, only 1 month left for midterms. All right, midterm over. Wow, Arya. All right, all right. So shall we start with the session? Are we all ready? Yes? All right, all right. So let's get started. So as I said, 5 scientific methods I'm going to be talking about. Yes? Ram Bichar Yadav, I just saw. Yes. So yes, Aishwarya ma'am has already done a session, right? For you. So now you know the syllabus, the ANTHE syllabus. The PDF for this session, yes, PDF for this session would be shared over the Telegram channel. Link is there in the description. Yes, you all want the PDF. You will get it, but just you have to join the Telegram channel. Yes, which is for 6 to 8 graders, and it's there in the description. Yes, of course, I know Hindi, Arya. Unit tests are coming. Wow, sure you must have prepared for it. Yes, ready for it. All right, so let's get started with the first mode to study. What is that? First are modes to study. The first one is focus mode. So as the name suggests, right, focus mode. Focus mode means when we are concentrating on some information, right? When we are focusing on some information, and focus, concentration is very important. Even when you are watching any session, even when you come for the class, what do I always tell you? That now that we are studying, you have to focus, you have to pay attention. That is very important. Concentration is really important. So focus mode. Whenever you come for the class, you have to switch on your focus mode, right? Right? So this is essential, especially when you are solving mathematical problems. Because if you miss out just one single information, think about it. You all know that, right? What will happen? Things will go wrong. Yes? Just one single miss out. Yes. Amritansh. Am I correct? Focus mode is also in camera, right? Even when you're clicking a picture, you see that. Yes, so focus mode has to be on whenever we are coming for a class, especially maths, when you are practicing, you are solving questions. Tell me one thing. When I give you a question, you tell me, ma'am, oh, we gave a wrong answer. I just missed out one thing. I didn't see that. I didn't read the question carefully. Are you getting my point? Yes. So focus, concentration is very important whenever we are learning math, we are solving maths. That is the first thing. Yes. I hope you all agree to it. Yes, focus. We have to focus. We have to concentrate in every subject. That's important. Right. And what is the next mode? That is the diffuse mode. So what is diffuse mode basically? It basically gives you a big picture understanding. Think about it. Especially this happens when you are relaxing, right? And when you relax your mind and let it wander a bit, what happens? And you have a question going on in your mind, it actually gives you some more insights about that particular thing. And then the problems that you were already struggling with, then you try out some different ways, you try out a new way to approach that question, right? So relaxing your mind is also important. Tell me when I tell you, I think this is something that I've told you a lot many times, that do not study at a stretch for long hours. Breaks are very important. Take breaks in between because your mind needs to relax. Otherwise, it will not be able to concentrate. When you come across the complex ones, especially the complex problems, your mind needs to be in a relaxed state. Yes. Sharfia. Yes, Sharfia, of course I remember you. Any questions? Or you all agree to this? Has this happened with you also? Okay, tell me one thing. When you come for a math class here, and I am solving questions here, I ask questions from you, especially when you're solving yourself. Do you also realize this thing, that concentration is very important? Yeah? I say that, right, Ananya? Great, great. That means you listen to me very carefully. Yes, Baby Balloon. What's your name? Very interesting name, very cute name, Baby Balloon. Yeah? Yes, Arnav. Ordered exemplar. How many of you actually ordered exemplar? You remember we did a session on the reference books and I told you that NCERT exemplar is a good book to practice. Yes. Today we are not discussing math. No math discussion, but we are learning, not actually question discussion, we are learning how we can study maths, how we can improvise. If we are making any errors here, we are making any mistakes, or if there is any way where we can make changes to our study pattern, maybe we are going wrong somewhere, right? Your school provides it, yes? Don't feel that it's a burden to complete it, right? You don't just have to complete it in just a few days. Just complete the chapters that are part of your midterm syllabus first, right? Every day just solve a few questions. Yes, it's not that you have to complete the entire book and nobody is expecting you. And honestly, I never say that you study at a stretch and try completing a book in just 10 days, 20 days, 1 month. Don't do that. Yes, no math. Correct. Pratibha, all right. Information convert into knowledge. I know that you told me your real name, but I have forgotten it. Yes, what is it? Your school also provides it. That's great. So that was the first thing about the modes. So we need to understand this thing that focus mode is important. Diffuse mode is also important, right? Next thing is visualization. I think this is something that is missed out in our schools, I would say. But trust me, visual mathematics is a part of mathematics for its own sake. Even brain researchers tell us that visual mathematics even helps students to learn, to understand things in a better way. Even when I'm explaining you any concept, when you ask me, ma'am, if you can show us how this is happening, when you practically see that happening, when you can see the visualization, the understanding becomes a lot more easier. I think you all would agree to it. Yes, correct, Ayush. That's used in mental maths, aptitude questions, right? Good evening, Khushi. I think you just joined. So, when we see pictures in mathematics especially, it helps see mathematical ideas, right? It actually facilitates your high thinking skills. It's okay, Khushi. Yes, Arya. That's okay. So you are agreeing to this that I have lost 13 marks. I am sure that you will be able to score better next time. You might be going wrong somewhere, right? Very soon, Manya, we are coming up with this. Yes, don't worry about it. Mental aptitude sessions, yes. It is tough. And there this diffuse mode comes into picture. It's really helpful. Shivangi, yes, correct. Yes, thank you so much. BYJU'S is a very good visualization in all the subjects. Thank you. I'm glad that you actually like it. Yes. You forget what you study. See, there are reasons to everything. It's not that, don't think that I forget everything, whatever I study. It's not like that. We are not born with a different brain, right? But I tell you something, there are basically techniques to learn things, to study. And that's what I'm here for today. So when I'm talking about visualization, it helps you in understanding. As I said, it actually facilitates your higher level thinking skills, right? No questions today, no mathematics. Still, if you want to ask it, we will discuss that after the session, right? And it enables communication as well and helps people see the creativity in mathematics. People generally feel that mathematics is a boring subject. It's all about calculations. Nothing is there. Just practice it. Keep practicing math, and you will be able to learn it. Trust me, that's not the right way. Yes? If somebody is telling you to do it, that's not the ideal way to learn math. Yes. We have visualizations in geometry, Ayush. We have visualizations in algebra also. And here also during the sessions, I have shown it to you a lot many times. Mathematics can also be learned in a very nice manner, right? Using stories and all, right? When your SST teacher tells you stories, when she makes you learn history in a story manner, tell me, how many of you find that interesting and how many of you feel that you're able to remember that for a longer period of time? Yes, trust actions, that's good. Olympiad series, we keep coming up with Olympiad questions. every week on our channel. I hope you all are liking it. Yes? You do that, right? It's interesting learning SST in a story manner, even science also. Similarly, for math also it can be done. But yes, of course, I agree there are going to be calculations involved, right? Yes. Yes, otherwise it's going to be boring, correct. So trust me, whether it is a social science, whether it's mathematics, all the subjects are interesting. It's just that nothing is boring. It's just that you have to make it interesting, right? And you need to know what's the right way is this. All right. And if you talk about especially mathematics, I would say this is a subject that allows for precise thinking. Either your answer would be wrong or right, correct? You miss out one thing and obviously it's going to be wrong then. IMO classes. Some are saying IMO, some are saying Olympiad, some wants aptitude, yeah? Yes, arithmetic also can be visualized. So precise thinking, I would say, obviously, it's a subject about precise thinking, yes. Combined with, you can say, creativity, visualization, openness. So trust me, this way the subject becomes really interesting. Yes. With visualization, Harsimran, I would say you are able to remember it for a longer period of time. Second thing, you are able to understand things in a better way. It's when you're visualizing it, you're able to visualize something, that means you're not mugging it up, right? Yes, everyone, I know that you have a lot of questions for other things also. Maths is all about logics and all, correct, correct. Yes, that's nice. French teacher teaches you in a story manner. That's great. Mission aptitude, mission Olympiad. So you want such series also. Don't worry. Very soon we are coming up with something like that. All right, all right. And the third point is very important, which is something I always say, consistent practice. Yes, most people believe that maths is about speed, it's about accuracy. I am not denying to this. Yes, it is about that, but it is not just about speed and accuracy. Your teachers, maybe your tuition teachers, some might be asking you to solve 20 questions, 25 questions, 50 questions in a day, right? They might be asking you to study 2 hours, 3 hours math at a stretch in a day. Trust me, this is not that you have to do. And nobody expects you to do that, right? What is the right way? Right way is, even if I'm doing 5 questions in a day, I'm doing 10 questions, depends on your speed, I'm able to solve 10 questions in a day. It's just that we need to be consistent in it, right? Yes. How many of you actually face this thing? How many teachers, be it your school teachers, your tuition teachers, tell you to study for long hours at a stretch? Maybe some of you might be facing this thing by your parents also. Yes. Yes, Shrihata. Yes. Baby Balloon. Ritika, Joshita, your mother. All right. PC Gamer. Who else? Neha. Yes, Rudrakshi. You can study maths whole day. It's so interesting. So Rudrakshi has got a point. You want to study this subject, right? It's by your own will, right? You like doing it. Yes, some teachers, I know that they say it usually. When I was in school, our teachers also used to say that, right? We used to get so much homework in the school. Oh my God, I can't even tell you. It used to take us hours completing it. But that's not the idea. That's what I'm telling you. Even when you're coming for a class, for a 45 minutes class, for 1 hour class, that is enough. But what I always ask you to do, that you should be ready with your notebooks and pens and try solving things with me, right? So that you don't have to go through the entire thing, all the concepts all over again. This way you can save time. That's the ideal way to study. Yes, Teju? 4 hours, Ritika. Only maths or all the subjects every day? What does it include? This includes your tuition, your school homework also, your tuition work as well, everything? Yeah, I know that. Homework, lot of homework we get. Maisha Noor, yes? 1 complete chapter in a day. No, Harsimran. Obviously, I know that some teachers, they do pressurize for these things, but no need to do that. I tell you something. When we are struggling with some kind of questions, let's take an example. Let's suppose we are talking about the aptitude questions or we are talking about algebra. Some of you might be good in algebra. Some of you might not be. Some of you like geometry. Some of you don't like it. So whatever your weakness is, whatever you feel that every day I'm struggling with it, what is the right strategy? How to learn it? Shall we give up or what to do? What do you think? Shall we give up on that thing? Let it be. I'm not going to do it again. I can't do this. That's really bowling. What do you think? What should be the right strategy? What should we do? Yes, Sri Krishna, my journeys. For ICSE, see, there is not much difference in ICSE and CBSE board syllabus, you see. Things are more or less same. Practice. Yes, we cannot give up like that. We have to keep practicing it. But practice has to be consistent. Whether it is less every day, but it has to be consistent. Yes, you can take Khushbu Ma'am's help also. You can come here. You can join the class. Yes. That's good, Grisha. You are lucky then. Yes. So we should not give up so easily. We have to understand the concept. So for understanding concept, there is no magic wand. Nobody has a magic wand, right? No, not even your teachers, nor me, no one. But we have to put in some effort. Yes? Correct. So when you are struggling with some kind of questions, right? What should we do? We should not give up on that. Every day, pick that up. Pick those kind of questions, 2, 3 or 5 questions, just like that, which you are feeling, okay, I find these algebra questions difficult, or this particular type, I find this difficult, I'm struggling with it. So you pick up those questions, and as I said, with your diffuse mode, relax your mind, try that out with different methods. Some of the methods will not work, but why this doesn't work on these particular kind of questions, please ask such kind of questions to your teachers. Even if you're coming here, you should ask such questions. Why am I applying this method? Why this is not applicable here? Correct? This is the right way. This is where your critical thinking comes into picture. Yes, how much time we need to spend for reading? Reading as in reading novels, is that you're talking about? Novel reading is a part of your hobby, right? Before going to sleep, some people, they have this habit of reading a novel, otherwise they can't sleep, right? 5 hours every day. That means it includes everything, Maisha, right? Yes. So, when you, as I said, you try out those questions for a few days, and after a few days, you will feel that now this is nothing difficult for me. Now I find this so simple, right? Math is easy when you say it requires logic, right? Logic is not something that you can buy from somewhere and then, okay. ऐसा नहीं होता है, right? You have to practice it, you have to try it. You have to try different ways for a particular question if you are not able to get it. How many hours we solve math questions? How many hours? See, regular at this point of time for 6th, 7th and 8th graders, I would say 1 hour math, 45 minutes math every day is sufficient. That's it. You don't need to do more than that, but it has to be consistent practice. Make this point clear. And I tell you one thing, as people say, obviously, practice is the key to success, not only in maths, but for every subject. So repeat the process. Keep repeating this process. Trust me, you would start loving the subject, even whether it is maths, whether it is any other subject, right? You don't count how many hours you study. So you love studying, that means. That's why you're not counting it. Yes. Even, you know what? Even Einstein said this thing once, that it's not that I'm so smart, right? It's just that I stay with the problems longer. So he didn't give up on things, right? So easily. He also kept trying. If you think about it, even the big discoveries that took place, those people did not, the people who were behind those discoveries, they did not give up so easily. They kept trying for it, right? 15 September, 7 chapters. Are you prepared for it? Yes? Yes, Atif, you are late. You spend more time in practicing maths. That's good. That's nice. So till now we learned that about different modes. We learned about the consistent practice. We learned about visualization. No mugging up, right? Visualize things. Let's move ahead to the next point. That is exam strategies. Yes. Wow, that's great, Ayush. Correct. He did not give up, yes, while making bulbs so easily. Yes. So do you see these big discoveries? These doesn't happen in just one day or one night. It takes years for this to happen, right? Well, think about it. These people were so dedicated, were so focused, right? So exam strategies that I'm going to be talking about now. First thing I would say, especially like when you see the question paper, right? What do you do first? When you get the question paper in your hand, what is the first thing that you do? Yes, everyone. Every time test every day. Is it so? Generally, students devote much time to math and science because these are the most difficult ones out of all the subjects. Yes. Name, read it, read the question paper, start solving. Straight away you start solving, Grisha. Is it so? We read the questions. Baby Balloon, I read whole question paper first. Okay, read it. You had a test. We have to understand the question, then start. So what is the very first thing that we have to do? First, go through all the questions very quickly. Then you mark the ones that you feel that these are easier to solve. I know them very nicely, right? I'll be able to do them very quickly. I know them, okay, where you are not confused. So first you mark the ones that you find these are the easier ones, and you leave the tougher ones for the end. Just mark the tougher ones that I'm going to attempt these at the end. And always keep the watch with you, right? Or if not, there might be a clock in your classroom, or you can ask your invigilator also, your teachers as well. So why? First, start solving the simpler ones. Why am I asking you to do that? First of all, this way you will be able to save time for the tougher ones, right? That you are going to attempt at the end. Then when you are attempting the tougher ones, why I asked you that you do it later? Reason being, once we are done with the simpler ones, we know that, okay, this is done. So at least you have that satisfaction, okay, this much part I'm done with. You're not under pressure anymore, right? Second thing, when you are solving the simpler one first, at the back of your mind, basically what happens? Your mind is thinking about the tougher ones as well, right? Like how to go about it, what will I do in those questions? Yes. Ma'am, if we not solve the difficult questions, so ma'am, see, sometimes it might happen, this might be a possibility that you know nothing about that question. You're not able to do anything in that question. This has happened with me also when I was in school, when I was in college. But what I used to do in that case, first I would start with the simpler one. And for simpler ones, let's suppose my exam is for 3 hours. My exam is for 3 hours, right? And I know that I don't know, let's suppose 2 questions, 3 questions. What will I do? I will try completing the entire paper, let's say in 2 hours 15 minutes. That's what I used to do. I'm sharing my strategy that I will complete the paper in 2 hours 15 minutes, whatever I know. Rest 45 minutes I'm going to leave for the tougher ones or the ones which I don't know, right? So see, there is always a reason why we are skipping basically the tougher ones first. This way, because while you're solving the easier ones, your subconscious mind is actually thinking about the tougher ones. Meanwhile, when you are approaching it later, your brain must have solved it halfway. Then you can just quickly go and solve it. And what I used to do in those 45 minutes, like I said, the diffuse mode, relax your mind and let it wander a bit and now think about it. Trust me, even when you're not able to solve the complete question, just write down, as I always say, write down the important keywords. Whatever information you can get from the question, first write that down. What I need to find out, then try creating a link between them. Right? Think about the chapter. I think this is very simple. Anybody would be able to guess it. Which chapter is this from? Correct? Think about all the concepts from that chapter where it is getting linked. Then you can create a link out of it. If you're not able to solve the whole question, at least you will be able to solve the half of it. Right? And you know that in math, you get marks according to whatever you have mentioned. Yes. Linking is basically you're trying to create some link between them. Right? Yes. Yes, Diksha, I'm doing good. Same to you. Which is better? RSRD. See, I tell you, now you can also, you can decide which is better. RS Agarwal, if you ask me, lesser number of questions as compared to RD Sharma, and more solved questions would be there, less unsolved questions. Level of the questions is not very high. But in RD Sharma, level of the questions is high. Number of questions are more. If you love maths, go for RD. And if you are just practicing, if you just want to practice, you don't love math, you are just like, okay, I want to score good, that's why I want to practice questions. Some more questions I want to practice from reference books, go for RS Agarwal in that case. Yes, complete the simpler ones at least faster. Try completing it faster, but make sure that you do not make any error and spend more time on the difficult ones. You love maths, go for RD then. Yeah. All-in-one hard questions, it's not like that, Ayush. It's not like that. Generally, questions, if you see all these books, more or less the questions are same. It's just that the order is going to be different, right? And also, whenever you are solving the paper, make sure that question numbers that you are using. Sometimes I've seen students, let's suppose in the question, it was question number 3. You are skipping questions. Make sure whatever question you are attempting, mention the same question number. Writing given gets marks if you don't know the question. In geometry, yes. If you write, first of all in geometry, you always have to make the figure. Whatever is there in the question paper, you have to make the figure on the answer sheet also. Write the given, what you have to prove, everything you have to mention. Yes. And read all the questions carefully. Please do not be in rush, because you know that whenever we are rushing, we tend to make errors, right? And we do not have to do that. Correct, everyone. Yes. And at the end, I tell you one more thing. I used to leave the last 15 minutes for revising the entire answer sheet. Because many times it happens when we are solving a paper, we are under pressure. And we tend to make small errors. It happens with everyone. So last 15 minutes, I used to revise the whole answer sheet. Just to check that no error should be there. You get confused with geometry, Majid. So that's what I'm saying. Confusion should not be there. And just, obviously, maybe your algebra is strong, geometry is not that strong. So the best way to do is, first thing, visualization, right? Second thing, whenever you are learning it, please, consistent practice. Spend more time on geometry in that case. Yes. So Arav, it's simple. Every day, at least 45 minutes, 1 hour, as I said, that's enough. Shrestha, yes, but that's okay. Arihant, yes, it's good, Kalpana. Yes, everyone. Ma'am, while revising also, I have tension that my tough questions are right or not. Yes, it happens with everyone. Harsimran, it is absolutely normal. I tell you, a little bit of nervousness is good, in fact, right? Because when you are nervous, people who are carefree, right? They won't even bother to revise the answer sheet. I tell you this thing. I'm telling you this from my experience, right? I have also experienced these things. My friends used to do that. But I used to be nervous, especially in maths paper, I tell you. And I used to keep this thing in mind that I have to leave the last 15 minutes for revising the answer sheet. You would be nervous. Even I used to feel that, 1 mark cut na ho jaye, 2 mark cut na ho jaye isme. I used to feel like that. Please, don't be nervous. It's okay. Even if you lose 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4 mark, it's okay. This is not the end of life. Arihan better, Adi Sharma, R.S. Agarwal. All three are good. I would say level-wise, R.S. Agarwal is here. And then you have Arihant, then you have Adi Sharma. Now you can choose accordingly. Yes? Which books did you prepare while being in our grades? When I was, long time back. See, at that point of time, there were not so many books in the market. Like these days, it is available. So many publishers are there. We used to have only, I think, these books only, Adi Sharma, R.S. Agarwal. There might be other books as well, but I was not aware of it. So I think I don't remember it clearly, but yes, maybe Adi Sharma or R.S. Agarwal I might have used. But I am sure that I did not have any other book at that point of time. How many hard questions per day? Good question. So I would say, let's suppose I find this particular topic struggling. I find this difficult. 5 questions of that particular topic every day. That is sufficient. Majid, you feel nervous even the answer is correct? Same. I've gone through the same thing. It is okay. It is absolutely normal. Yes. How much I work hard, concentrate, still aesthetic life. You have come after a long time, yeah? What, your exams were going on? See, it happens. Even when we are working hard on something, we are putting in a lot of effort. Still, the results, the output is not what we expected, right? So, it is natural for anyone to feel bad, anyone to get demotivated. But what we need to understand, we don't have to give up so easily. We have to keep trying for it. I think this is something that I said a couple of minutes before, right? You used to hate maths, but now you're loving it. That's great, Virat. Revision is important. I would not have lost mark in math if I didn't revise my... Yes, Rajkishore, revision is very important. People don't take it seriously. They feel that revise karke kya hoga? Already I have written it. I know it. I have written correctly. You know? So, don't be lazy. Please do that. Alright. So, what is the last thing? See maths all around. See, math, I know that, as I said, people feel that it's a boring subject. It's only about numbers. It's only about calculations, only practice. Yes, there are calculations. There are numbers. Yes, so many times we are struggling with fact. We feel that, why do I have to study this? I am not going to be using it anywhere. It's not going to be used in our everyday life. Why do I need to study maths? How many of you feel this way? Why do we need to study maths? I'm not going to be using it. Yes. Ma'am, exam over, got bad marks. It's okay, Joshita. It's okay. As I said, everybody is not perfect in everything, right? So, even if you got bad marks, just see your answer sheets, see where you went wrong, right? You can see those kind of questions again, try them out. That means those were the questions where you made mistake. Maybe you're not clear with the concepts. Maybe you made silly mistakes. So, you need to work on those things, right? I used to regret. Short questions you used to write. This used to happen with us also. It's completely relatable. Yes? You don't say that. Yes, a lot many people feel this way that why do we need to study this subject? I think you all know its importance. It's everywhere around you if you see. Think about your life without maths. If there is no math, there are no numbers. There are no numbers, there is no money. What our life would be like if there is no money? Think about it. No numbers. Numbers are there on your mobile keypad also. It's there on your keyboard as well. No games, nothing. Think about your life without maths. It is terrible. Yes. Yes. So math is basically, I would say it's an integral part of our life. If you understand this, it gives us a way to understand patterns, right? Yes, to quantify relationships, to predict the future. Correct. 11 marks cut. Don't feel bad. I'm sure that some people, obviously people, your parents might be after you. 11 marks, oh my God, 11 marks you lost. It's a big thing. 32 on 40 in PT1. Again, see, why you feel this way? That I've lost 8 marks, I lost 11 marks. I'm really bad in math. I practiced a lot, still I'm not able to score better. What did I tell you? Whenever you make a mistake, please see that where you are going wrong. You just need to practice those things. You just need to see where is the loophole basically. What is the root cause of it? Is it because of not able to understanding the concepts? Is it because of silly mistakes? Yes. What is the reason? And then you start working on that. Gradually you will see a difference. See Joshita, that's what I'm telling you. What kind of errors are those? First you need to check that. It is not about the book, it's about the type of mistakes that you are making. Baby balloon, it's okay. But what you need to think is that you don't have to give up so easily. You have to keep trying for it. You make silly mistakes. You lost 5 marks because of silly mistakes. See, so Majid, you have understood where you are going wrong. You have understood your weakness, right? So what do you need to do? How will you overcome it? How are you going to work on this, on silly mistakes? Silly mistakes we make when we are reading the question, when we are not reading the questions carefully, right? When we are doing the calculations in hurry, that's where silly mistakes happen, right? So how can you avoid it? Like, how can we overcome such things? What to do in that case? The best way is when you're solving questions, not when you are attending a class, what you need to do is keep a watch along with you. You need to time yourself. I'm going to solve this question in 3 minutes. And then you see, in those 3 minutes, you must be under pressure, obviously, right? Are you still making errors? Yeah? Yes, everyone? I got less marks because the session which you and Kriti ma'am took, overcoming in bad result session. Because of the session, I'm not able to understand. Harsimran. Okay, you were watching the session, is it so? Well, let's speed while practice, and after getting confidence, then we can increase. Correct. Vedika got a really good point. While you are practicing, even if your speed is less, it's okay. First, focus on that I don't have to make errors. Then you work, when you gain confidence, then you can work on your pace, on your speed. Hello, student life story. Yes, what's your name? So, new student. People who are new here, quickly subscribe the channel first. Yes, everyone. 38 on 40, that's good. So people who got less marks, who lost some marks, it's okay. We don't have to feel bad about it. But now we have to first check what is the mistake that we are making. It's okay, Joshita. See, that's the advantage that you have on YouTube. You can watch that session later on as well. But now first you have to check your answer sheet, right? All right, so that's it from my end. And I think that I don't need to say this, right? Because you can see this with the type of sessions that we are coming up here. Thank you, Vedika. Yes. Yes, Paddu, Balji, Bali, Japali. Yes. Yes, people who are new here. Yes, quickly subscribe the channel. Hit the bell icon also. Yes, hi, Hemlata. Yes, everyone. So you know that we have a dedicated Telegram community for 6th to 8th graders as well. The link is there in the description for Telegram channel. Please go and join it. You get the session PDFs over there. Some interesting homework poll quizzes are shared there. You participate and win special mentions and goodies from BYJU'S. Yes, my name is Khushbu. All right. You get overconfident and then you lose marks. It happens with many students. We don't have to be overconfident. We don't want overconfidence. We only want confidence. Yes? No overconfidence. That was in my exam. But Joshita, that's what I'm saying. You feel that that was a part of that exam. How is going to help you in future? Trust me, whatever concepts, especially math mein, whatever concepts you learn, those concepts, let's suppose if I talk about algebra concepts, they are a part of your geometry as well. Sometimes in geometry, you have to find out the values of x, of the angles. So algebra is used there as well. Don't think that how is going to help me in the other chapter. There is a linking in maths. Please don't think that. You need to check this thing. Otherwise, it will keep happening with you. Yes, practice makes you perfect, right? And you know that your midterms are closed. That's why we have again started our BYJU'S mini learning program, which is again free. 3 sessions you are getting absolutely free of cost, but it is only for the first 1,000 users every week. Use the code YTFIRST. Link is there in the description. Please do go check that out if you haven't yet. Yes, everyone. All right. And please like, share and subscribe if you find these sessions helpful. You feel that these are actually fruitful, they are actually beneficial for you. Share it with your friends also, in your school groups as well. Yes, I took PCMB. Difficult combination, yeah? In what, Parag? In math or what it is? All right. So I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.